This is Radio Nepal. I am Dela Prasai with the news. The headlines first. Rashtriya Swatantra Party candidate Swarnim Wagle wins election in Tanahu Constituency 1. Rashtriya Swatantra Party candidate Ravi Lamichhane leading the count in Chitwan Constituency 2. Janata Samajwadi Party candidate Upendra Yadav ahead in Bara Constituency 2. Three major parties agreed to form a special committee to conclude parliamentary committee leadership and transitional justice bill. Fly Dubai plane makes safe landing in Dubai after engine fire flare-up. Today marks 8 years completion since Gorkha earthquake of 2015 and at least 12 people killed in two explosions at a counter-terrorism office in northwest Pakistan. Now the news in detail. Rashtriya Swatantra Party, RSP's candidate Swarnim Wagle got victorious from Tanahu Constituency 1 in the by-election held on April 23rd. Wagle garnered 34,919 votes, while his nearest contender, Govinda Bhattarai of Nepali Congress, received 20,122 votes. Candidate of CPN-UML, Sarbendra Khanal, meanwhile received 8,488 votes. Likewise, in the by-election held at Chitwan Constituency 2, Rashtriya Swatantra Party candidate Ravi Lamichhane is leading the vote count. He has received 6,568 votes as of now. Lamichhane's lead is followed by 3,902 votes of UML candidate Ramprasad Nyopane. In Bara Constituency 2, Upendra Yadav of Janata Samajwadi Party is leading the vote count. As per the latest count, Yadav has received 9,623 votes. Top leaders of three major political parties in the parliament have agreed to form a special committee to finalize the transitional justice bill. After the meeting held at Singh Durbar yesterday, CPN-UML Chief Whip Padam Giri said the leaders agreed that Nepali Congress would lead the parliamentary hearing committee and CPN-UML would lead the committee on implementation, monitoring and evaluation of the state's guiding principles, policy and obligation. Chief Whip Giri further added that out of 10 thematic committees of the House of Representatives, the UML would get Public Account Committee and one more committee. The leaders also reached agreement to conclude the bill on Constitutional Council through the Parliament and the bill on transitional justice by forming a 15-member special committee. Likewise, Nepali Congress Chief Whip Ramesh Lekhak said leaders have agreed to lead parliamentary process in consensus and conclude transitional justice bill through a special committee. Chief Minister of Lumbini Province, Leela Giri, has failed to garner a vote of confidence in yesterday's meeting of the Province Assembly. He received 33 votes out of total 87 members in the Province Assembly. He won 29 votes from the CPN-UML and 4 from the Rashtriya Prajatantra Party. However, 53 Province Assembly members voted against a proposal put forth by Chief Minister Giri before the meeting seeking confidence. The government led by Giri from the UML lost its majority after the Maoist Centre withdrew its support to the government. Meanwhile, being the largest party in the Lumbini province, CPN-UML has submitted its claim for the formation of the government in the province. Nepali Congress President Sher Bahadur Deuba has advised the government to prioritize the needs of citizens while formulating budget for the upcoming fiscal year. During the Nepali Congress Parliamentary Party meeting yesterday, Party President Sher Bahadur Deuba urged lawmakers from the party to insist on the government to address the needs of citizens through the budget. 8 years has been completed since the Gorkha earthquake of 7.8 magnitude hit the country in 2015. On this day today, on 2015, the massive earthquake struck the country at 11:56 a.m. that incurred huge loss of lives and properties. This was the biggest earthquake after 1990 Bikram Sambat earthquake in Nepal. Over 12,000 people were killed and properties and infrastructures worth billions of rupees had been damaged by the earthquake. Nepal is marking the day today amid various programs related to the disaster risk minimization. A Fly-Dubai plane with 167 passengers on board safely landed at Dubai International Airport at 12:11 a.m. local time, 2:56 a.m. Nepali time on Tuesday after experiencing technical issues with its right engine shortly after takeoff from Tribhuvan International Airport in Kathmandu. The pilot continued the flight even though the right engine of the aircraft caught the fire, but the fire was quickly controlled and it was determined that there was no further problem. The aircraft was asked to remain hold for a few minutes in the sky over the Tharke area of Thading before resuming the flight, which was made possible following communication between the pilots and ATC of the Tribhuvan International Airport. Eyewitnesses in areas around Tribhuvan International Airport in Kathmandu, including Pepsi Cola and Imadal, reported seeing a flash of fire and hearing a loud noise as the Fly-Dubai plane experienced engine trouble shortly after takeoff. According to Fly-Dubai, the incident was caused by a bird strike that occurred as the plane took off from the Tribhuvan International Airport. Nepal has urged the Asian Development Bank to invest in projects which are productive and capable of creating jobs. During a meeting held between National Planning Commission Vice Chair Dr. Min Bahadur Shrestha and ADB Country Director Arno Chachus at Singh Durbar yesterday, Commission Vice Chair Shrestha requested for increasing investment in the productive sectors. The Asian Development Bank Country Director apprised the National Planning Commission Vice Chair that a portfolio review of ADB investment in Nepal has improved. The ADB has invested in various projects including Melamchi Drinking Water Project, Gautam Buddha International Airport and Upper Trishuli Hydropower Project. The Ministry of Health and Population has urged the public for COVID-19 vaccination in view of increasing infections of the virus. Ministry's joint spokesperson Dr. Samir Kumar Adhikari said the vaccination against COVID-19 reduces the infection risk. He said in case of the infection, an unvaccinated person is 10 times at risk of taking ill seriously than of the vaccinated people. Joint spokesperson Adhikari urged the public to visit the nearby health facility and receive the booster dose of COVID-19 vaccine. Minister for Physical Infrastructure and Transport, Prakash Jwala, has pledged to take prompt initiations to remove legal hurdles in the operation of vehicles manufactured within the country. The Transport Minister yesterday instructed the employees of subordinate bodies for procedural revisions to sort out legal complexities in regard with operation of home-manufactured vehicles. You're listening to Radio Nepal 8 AM English News Bulletin. We continue with the international updates now. At least 12 people have been killed in 2 explosions at a counter-terrorism office in northwest Pakistan. Police said there is no evidence of an attack, that it could have been as a result of an electrical fault igniting ammunition in the centre. Most of the dead are police officers. The explosion happened in the Swat Valley, which was controlled by Islamist militants before they were forced out in 2009. More than 40 people were injured and buildings have collapsed. A spokesperson for provincial police in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, which neighbours Afghanistan, said that ammunition caught fire most probably due to an electrical short circuit. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken has said warring parties in Sudan have agreed to a 72-hour ceasefire from midnight on Monday. It is at least the third ceasefire to be announced since violence erupted this month, but none have held. Blinken said an agreement had been reached between the army and the paramilitary rapid support forces after 48 hours of negotiations. At least 400 people have been killed since fighting erupted on 15th of April. Both sides have independently announced their involvement in the ceasefire. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres has warned that the violence in Sudan risks causing a catastrophic conflagration that could engulf the whole region and beyond. Now the general weather forecast for the country for today. Forecasting division says the weather is likely to be partly to generally cloudy in Gandaki province, Lumbini province, Karnali province and Sudur Paschim province along with the hilly regions of the rest of the provinces, and it will be partly cloudy to mainly fair in the rest of the country. Kathmandu's weather report now: maximum temperature of 18.5 degrees Celsius and minimum temperature of 13 degrees Celsius. With this news, we have come to the end of this bulletin, but before we wrap up the headlines once again. Rashtriya Swatantra Party candidate Swarnim Wagle wins election in Tanaho constituency 1. Rashtriya Swatantra Party candidate Rabi Lami Chani leading the vote count in Chitwan constituency 2. Janata Samajwadi Party candidate Upendra Yadav ahead in Bara constituency 2. 3 major parties agreed to form a special committee to conclude parliamentary committee leadership and transitional justice bill. Fly Dubai plane makes safe landing in Dubai after engine fire flare-up. Today marks 8-year completion since Gorkha earthquake of 2015, and at least 12 people killed in 2 explosions at a counter-terrorism office in northwest Pakistan. Well, that's all that we have for this edition. Our next English news edition is at 2 in the afternoon. You can also listen to us online at our website www.radionepal.gov.np for more news and online programs. Stay tuned, stay safe, and have a good day.